Lisa Kelly is back on our screens once again, and fans everywhere are asking the same questions. Why and for what reason? One of the most gripping and adrenaline-filled reality television shows ever aired was Ice Road Truckers, a program that showcased the brutal and dangerous world of long haul, trucking in some of the harshest environments on Earth. Traditionally, the trucking industry has been a male-dominated field, but everything changed when Lisa Kelly joined the cast in Season 3. From the moment she appeared, she broke barriers and shattered stereotypes, proving that she could handle the challenges of driving a Class 8 heavy-duty truck weighing over 33,000 pounds just as skillfully as any of her male counterparts. Her presence on the show transformed her into an icon and a symbol of empowerment, inspiring countless young girls and women who dreamed of entering professions where men usually took the lead. Today, as both a reality TV star and a respected public figure, Lisa Kelly continues to draw attention, especially after a recent announcement that has placed her name once again in the headlines. But before diving into the latest updates, let's take a closer look at the remarkable journey of a woman who excelled where many men couldn't, a story of grit, passion, and the courage to be different. Born on December 8, 1980. In Grand Rapids, Michigan, Lisa Kelly grew up in a family that valued simplicity and hard work. When she was 6 years old, her parents decided that city life wasn't for them, so they packed up and moved to the rugged landscape of Alaska. There, they started a small family farm, a place that would deeply shape Lisa's character. Growing up in Alaska taught her resilience and self-reliance. While other children her age spent time socializing, playing with dolls, and experimenting with makeup, Lisa preferred solitude and imagination. She often daydreamed about adventure, faraway lands, open roads, and a life without boundaries. After finishing high school, she briefly returned to Grand Rapids to attend Cornerstone University. However, college life didn't suit her. After just one semester, she realized that sitting in classrooms wasn't her destiny. She longed for the outdoors, for freedom, movement, and challenge, so she followed her instincts and dropped out to search for her true calling. After leaving college, Lisa explored several jobs while trying to find her passion. She worked as a school bus driver, where she discovered how much she enjoyed being behind the wheel. Driving gave her peace of mind, a sense of control and serenity that few other things could. She also worked at gas stations and pizza shops to make ends meet. Eventually, her growing fascination with large vehicles led her to the trucking world. "The moment I stepped in a truck, I knew that's what I truly loved," she once said. Yet, not everyone supported her dream. When she told people about her plans to become a professional truck driver, many laughed or called her delusional. They told her it wasn't a job for a woman, but Lisa didn't let the mockery deter her. The open road called to her in a way that few could understand. However, finding work as a female truck driver was far more difficult than she expected. In those early days, most transport companies were reluctant to hire women, believing they couldn't handle the demands of the job. Truck driving is an isolating lifestyle, endless hours alone on the road, harsh weather, physical strain, and little human interaction. Many employers couldn't imagine why a young woman would willingly choose such a tough career. To make matters worse, Lisa lacked experience and was relatively young. Still, she refused to give up. She kept applying until Carroll Transportation in Fairbanks, Alaska, decided to take a chance on her. This opportunity marked the beginning of her true journey. Lisa threw herself into her new role with unstoppable determination. She worked harder than most of her colleagues, eager to prove that she was more than capable. She knew that failure wasn't an option, not just for herself, but for other women who dreamed of driving trucks. Her skill and quick adaptability soon stood out. She learned fast, handled difficult terrains, and showed remarkable courage in dangerous situations. Her reputation began to grow, eventually catching the attention of television producers scouting for drivers for a new show, Ice Road Truckers. Getting on the show wasn't easy. The producers were skeptical about hiring a woman for what they considered a man's job. But Lisa didn't back down. She wanted to show the world that women could handle anything, even the toughest conditions imaginable. When she finally joined Ice Road Truckers in Season 3, 2009, she became the only female driver among a cast of seasoned men. The pressure was immense. All eyes were on her, waiting to see if she could survive the icy, perilous routes of the Arctic. But Lisa didn't just survive. She thrived. Her genuine personality, calm composure under stress, and relentless perseverance quickly made her a fan favorite. Lisa proved that she wasn't just a TV personality, she was the real deal. Whether maneuvering massive rigs across frozen rivers or tackling steep, icy inclines, she demonstrated skill, courage, and level-headedness in every situation. Fans loved her honesty and resilience. She represented the idea that you could chase your dreams despite the odds, no matter your gender. Over time, even her most skeptical colleagues began to respect her. Her influence extended beyond the show. Encouraging more women to join the trucking industry, Kelly appeared in nearly every season of Ice Road Truckers, from season 3 through season 11, missing only one season. Her calm attitude and fearless approach to the job became her trademarks. Whether driving through blizzards, navigating mountain passes, or handling long, lonely nights on frozen roads, she always maintained focus and confidence. The camera captured not just her driving skill, but her passion, the sparkle in her eyes. Whenever she talked about trucks and the peace she found on the open road, her defining moment came during Ice Road Truckers, Deadliest Roads, which aired on December 5, 2010. Alaska had been hit by severe storms, leaving people trapped in the mountains. Truckers were tasked with delivering jet fuel to helicopter rescue teams, but the mission was treacherous. Many experienced drivers turned back, fearing the conditions were too dangerous for such volatile cargo. But Lisa didn't hesitate. She took the job and completed the delivery, saving lives and earning the respect of everyone watching. That act of bravery made her a hero, the only North American trucker to complete the entire season's challenge. Her courage didn't stop there. In 2010, she took on one of the most dangerous routes in the world, the Himalayas in India, during Deadliest Roads. Later, she faced Bolivia's infamous Death Road, a 43-mile stretch of unpaved highway with sheer cliffs and deadly turns. Yet again, Lisa conquered it with determination and composure. These feats solidified her status as one of the most fearless and skilled truckers in the business. Lisa Kelly's story is not just about trucks or television fame, it's about passion, perseverance, and breaking barriers. She showed the world that greatness knows no gender, that dreams are worth chasing even when the road ahead is icy and uncertain. Through courage and consistency, she became a trailblazer for women everywhere, proof that when you follow your heart and refuse to give up, you can drive your way to greatness. Sure, here's your text, fully rephrased into clear, unique, easy-to-understand narrative paragraphs without skipping any original words, and expanded with smooth transitions. Natural phrasing and added context for flow and engagement, Lisa Kelly once said. I think I just went down in. Describing how she bravely faced one of the most dangerous roads on Earth, she drove across the southern Peruvian routes, a region infamous for its extreme natural conditions, terrain, unpredictable landslides, thick fog, and violent weather. The roads themselves were poorly maintained, often riddled with potholes, erosion, and sharp turns. Add to that the risks of human error and illegal activities that frequently occurred along those stretches. And it's easy to see why driving through the area was considered highly inadvisable. Yet for Kelly and her fellow truckers, Rick, Dave, and newcomers Hugh Rowland, Gao BS, and Timothy Tim Ruzor, those perilous paths were not deterrents, they were challenges to be conquered. Together, they pushed through roads carved out of steep cliffs, where one wrong move could mean a deadly fall of several hundred feet. Some sections were even known as the Free Fall Freeway. Still, the crew faced each danger head-on and triumphed over them all, proving their worth as true truck drivers. For Lisa Kelly, the road wasn't her only challenge, it was also the world's perception of her. As a female truck driver, she had to endure an overwhelming amount of discrimination, much of it stemming from outdated stereotypes. Many of her male colleagues were openly irritated by the idea that a woman could handle a massive 30,000-pound truck just as well as they could. To them, truck driving was supposed to be the domain of rough, Bearded men, not petite, blonde women like Kelly. Some even mocked her behind her back or tried to convince her to quit. But Lisa wasn't about to give in. In an interview, she recalled that during her first season on Ice Road Truckers, she was told she had only been hired as eye candy, someone meant to look good for the camera rather than actually drive. They didn't believe she had the skills or endurance to succeed in such a demanding job. But Kelly was determined to prove them wrong. She put in the work, overcame every obstacle, and eventually became one of the most respected and skilled truck drivers in the show's history. She demonstrated that strength and beauty could exist side by side, and that success came from passion, persistence, and dedication, not gender. Still, her early years on Ice Road Truckers were far from easy. Shockingly, the History Channel refused to pay her for her first few seasons on the show. Some speculated it was a deliberate attempt to make her quit. But instead of backing down, Kelly took it as motivation. She proved her passion for trucking wasn't driven by money, but by love for the road and the sense of freedom it brought. Eventually, her hard work paid off literally and figuratively, as she earned her rightful place and respect in the industry. Lisa often said that trucking wasn't about being a man or woman. It was about getting the job done. She believed anyone who worked hard, regardless of gender or race, deserved equal respect. However, she also admitted that being a woman in a male-dominated field meant she had to work twice as hard to gain the same recognition. She carried not only her own weight, but also the pressure of proving every stereotype wrong. At times, the stress became overwhelming, and she contemplated quitting. Instead, she took a year off during the 6th season in 2012 to recharge and remind herself why she loved what she did. During that break, she returned to Alaska's vast and icy roads, reconnecting with her roots as a trucker. She rediscovered the peace she felt behind the wheel, the kind that came with independence, solitude, and adventure. Lisa wasn't someone who thrived in a 9-to-5 office job. Her truck was her home, her workspace, and her sanctuary. Still, being on a reality show meant that solitude was often interrupted by cameras and crew. Having a cameraman constantly in her cab disrupted the quiet she cherished, but she endured it with grace. She wanted to show the world that a woman could be just as skilled, capable, professional as any man on the road. Life on the ice roads was far from glamorous. Kelly often spent long, freezing nights hauling heavy loads through dangerous conditions, icy paths, blizzards, and steep cliffs. Yet, no matter how grueling the journey, she never complained. She took pride in every mile she drove and every delivery she completed. Each accomplishment was proof of her resilience and love for the job. After Ice Road Truckers aired its 11th season in 2017, the show suddenly disappeared from television. It wasn't officially canceled, but no new episodes were released, leaving fans confused. Rumors of a reboot circulated in 2020, but were halted by the COVID-19 pandemic. Then, in 2025, the long-awaited comeback was finally announced, and fans were thrilled when Lisa revealed she would return to the series. The Queen of the Ice Roads was officially back. Outside of the show, Kelly had built a thriving career. In 2016, she became a brand ambassador for Chevron's Delo line of heavy-duty engine oils, representing the company at major trucking events like the Mid-America Trucking Show in Kentucky and the Great American Truck Show in Dallas. She even starred in Delo's YouTube series and continued to share her experiences and advice with fans through social media and company campaigns. Despite her fame, she remained humble, always eager to learn from fellow truckers and improve her craft. After the series' hiatus, Lisa didn't stop driving. She expanded her career by starting her own transportation company in 2022. When fans asked how much it cost to run it, she smiled and said, "My heart, my soul, and everything I've got." From fuel and maintenance to insurance and taxes, she poured everything into making her dream business succeed. Her determination wasn't surprising. She had years of experience under her belt from working with companies like Carlisle, Polar Industries, and later with her late friend and co-star, Darryl Ward. In her personal life, Lisa found stability and love. She married Travis Kelly, a full-blooded Alaskan and passionate dirt bike rider. In 2008, after dating him for 4 years, though they don't have children, they share a happy life together, along with her miniature horse named Rocky and her cat, Tansy. Outside of trucking, Lisa enjoys adventure sports such as motocross, snowboarding, horseback riding, and hang gliding, proof that she's as daring a frode as she is on it. Lisa Kelly's story is one of perseverance, strength, and inspiration. She's shown the world that no dream is too big and no challenge too tough if you're willing to fight for it. She continues to inspire countless women to break barriers, chase their dreams, and stand tall in fields once dominated by men. Her journey reminds everyone that success isn't defined by stereotypes or limitations. It's defined by courage, dedication, and self-belief. Absolutely. Here's the continuation and expansion of the same story. Keeping the same tone, rhythm, and easy-to-understand flow, while maintaining all original details and adding smooth transitions and emotional depth. Lisa Kelly's return to Ice Road Truckers in 2025 marked not just a comeback, it was a full-circle moment. Fans who had followed her journey from the beginning saw her as more than a trucker. She had become a symbol of resilience and empowerment. Her announcement sent waves of excitement across social media, and many longtime viewers felt that the show would finally feel complete again with her back behind the wheel. After years of silence, her name once again dominated headlines, reminding everyone why she was often called the Queen of the Ice Roads. Throughout her years in the spotlight, Lisa remained deeply grounded. She never let fame change who she was. Even after gaining global recognition, she continued to live simply in Alaska, surrounded by nature, animals, and the freedom of the open road. For her, trucking wasn't about recognition or financial reward. It was about independence, adventure, and self-expression. She often said that when she was behind the wheel, she felt completely free, at peace, and in control of her destiny. However, her path wasn't always smooth. Lisa faced moments of deep emotional exhaustion. The long, cold drives, isolation, and constant physical strain often pushed her to her limits. There were nights when fatigue set in so deeply that even the sound of the engine seemed to blur into silence. But giving up was never an option for her. She learned early in her career that true strength is not about never falling. It's about getting back up every single time you do. Over time, her story began to resonate with people far beyond the trucking community. Too many women around the world, Lisa became living proof that no dream is off limits, no matter how unconventional it may seem. She shattered stereotypes and redefined what a truck driver could look like. Her journey inspired countless others to break barriers in their own professions, whether in engineering, construction, aviation, or any other male-dominated field. Even as her career flourished, Lisa always made time to give back to her fans. She frequently attended truck shows, fan conventions, and speaking engagements, where she shared her personal insights about life on the road. She also took the time to respond to fans' questions online, encouraging them to stay determined and never compromise their values. Her authenticity made her approachable. She wasn't just a celebrity trucker. She was someone who genuinely cared about the community that supported her. Her relationship with Delo also continued to thrive. As a brand ambassador, she used her platform to educate others about maintenance, safety, and the importance of quality engine care. In one interview, she humorously said, "When I open my toolbox door, it's always Delo," a simple line that reflected both her professionalism and her genuine loyalty to the products she represented. Lisa's hard-earned success also gave her the opportunity to explore new ventures beyond driving. Through her own transportation company, she not only managed freight operations, but also mentored younger drivers, especially women eager to enter the industry. She wanted to show them that trucking was not just a man's world, it was a place for anyone with grit, determination, and a love for the open road, away from the roar of the engines. Lisa's home life was filled with calm and adventure in equal measure. Living in Alaska offered her the best of both worlds, the quiet beauty of nature and the thrill of outdoor sports. She often spent her downtime riding dirt bikes with her husband, snowboarding in the winter, or simply enjoying peaceful evenings with her pets. Her miniature horse, Rocky, and her cat, Tansy, became small but comforting reminders of home, symbols of the balance she had managed to create between chaos and serenity. Despite her fame, Lisa never forgot her roots. She continued to live modestly, choosing authenticity over glamour. She once shared that the most rewarding part of her job wasn't being on television or being recognized. It was the satisfaction of finishing a tough route, surviving the storm, knowing she'd given it her all. Her journey also taught her an important life lesson. Success isn't measured by how many people see you win, but by how much strength it takes to keep going when no one's watching. She carried that belief with her through every season, every icy road, every challenge that came her way. Even after Ice Road Truckers went off the air, Lisa's influence didn't fade. Fans continued to follow her on social media, eager to see where her adventures would take her next. Her posts filled with snapshots of snowy highways, quiet nights, and breathtaking Alaskan landscapes reminded everyone that passion can turn even the coldest road into a place of purpose.